Hello, welcome to The Little Flower. My name is Krista and I use the presence and essence of flowers. There is a fly flying around me, so I have a feeling that's going to be here. He's been here a while, so he's going to be a little, maybe he'll help translate some messages, I don't know. But anyway, my name is Krista, if you haven't been here before, and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. So for today's reading, I'm doing a short and simple one card pull from the Tarot Flora, and I'm asking, how can you connect more deeply to nature? So this little fly friend of mine, there's got to be purpose in flies, right? So we'll see what comes through in the messages. So go ahead and choose group number 1, group number 2, or group number 3, and I will see you in your reading. Okay, so if you watched my intro, you will know that there is a fly bothering me, and I have a feeling it's going to be throughout the readings. It might just be for your reading though. I kind of kept thinking, oh, group number 1, there's something with this fly. But my question for today's reading is, how can you connect more deeply to nature? The idea is to help you form this energetic transmission, being just forging that little bit of a deeper connection to the natural world and your natural way, and we'll just see what comes through. So I'm pulling cards from Tarot Flora, and the flower you chose is right here, and I just realized I forgot to check and see what these were and their symbolism, so I'm actually going to do that right now. So I use this app called Picture This, and you take a picture and it tells you what the flower is. So maybe some of you needed to know about it because it's actually a super cool app. Oh, okay. So this flower is called the purple loosestrife, and I have used this flower before in a couple of my readings, and I'll let you see it. So I'm getting from the energy stepping into this reading that this might be my group that is overly distracted because there's a fly that's constantly distracting me. There's an ant crawling on my leg. I keep thinking there are bugs on me, or I just feel a little bit scattered. So that could be an energy you've been feeling lately, or just the energy of distractions. Even the flower doesn't want to come into focus. The thing you're wanting to focus on is not coming into focus, so that's okay. We'll just set her right down here. I still haven't looked at your tarot card, and your tarot card is, ooh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. So you got the 10 of Wands. So, okay, so we have the 10 of Wands. So the 10 of Wands is a card about feeling burnt out, or at least it's a warning that if you keep going the way you're going, you will feel burnt out. So this is a card that reminds us to slow down, to take it one day at a time, one step at a time, and to nurture your body, nurture your soul, and know that it's going to take you longer to get to where you want to get if you keep going down the path of overworking, and if you keep going down the path of allowing yourself to be constantly bombarded by external stimuli and distractions. You may think it's if there's an energy of busy work, there's an energy of I'm going to keep going and keep doing something because it's I'm telling myself that I'm taking care of something, or I'm doing something. At least it feels like I'm doing something, so that makes me feel that anxiety driven part of me, or that fuel driven I want to get somewhere part of me can be satisfied that, oh, I'm doing something, even if it's vapid. What we're doing might be vapid. So there's this energy of stepping back. You need a weekend to just nothing, no expectations, no pressure, no work. If you want to work within that energy, if it feels if you feel inspired to do something that could be constituted as work within that space, and it's bringing a sense of joy and lightness to you, then that's a different story. But if it feels like an obligation and not something, if you feel like you're pushing against resistance, then yeah, take the weekend, take the time, and take a breath. You need to take one giant breath that takes up the span of a few days, one breath in a few days. And just let go and trust and know that you're exactly where you're meant to be. And from that space, from a space of calm, from a space of being connected to your center, from a space of having taken care of your bodily needs, having rested, maybe sleep 12 hours one of the nights, like from that place of rest and calm and centeredness, then that is where you can take your next move. You're being called to take moves from a place of power, from a place of inspiration and a place of joy. So yes, take that breath that you need, take that time, that space, that rest, nurture yourself, eat some healthy foods, clean out your body, drink a lot of water, go for a walk, whatever you have to do. So yeah, that's going to connect you to your natural way. That's going to slow you down. That's going to connect you to nature, because that is the way of nature, is slow and steady. There's a season for everything. There's a time for everything. And if you're connected to that, you can really start to enjoy your life and start to feel just less burdened in general, and enjoy the process, because everything's a process. And if you're not enjoying it, then you're just going to kind of sleepwalk through life in a way, So yeah, okay. This was your message, group number 1. Thank you so much for being here. I am honored by your presence, and I hope I see you again. Bye. All right, my lovely human. If you'd like to be supported by me more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions that serve as monthly anchor points to keep you grounded and aligned to your most fulfilling and abundant path, along with access to a growing collection of exclusive soulful pick-a-flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of my Little Flower Patreon community. My intention is for this space to be a spiritual lifeline to healing, clarity, and soul alignment, a sacred container that leaves you feeling free and safe to unfold into your most authentic and abundant nature. I've made this accessible at just $8 per month, intentionally so, as the number 8 symbolizes abundance, balance, and unity. If you feel called, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to the Little Flower YouTube channel, as all of these exchanges help not only for my channel growth, but for me to feel connected to the fabric of the community who finds their way into the energetic space I've created. Feel free to browse my single infinite prayer energy healing transmissions, check out my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo and the phrase "Hello, lovely human," and leave me a tip, or in other words, buy me a coffee if you feel called to. I sometimes offer personal readings, so be on the lookout for open slots for those as well. Everything you'll need is listed in the description box below. Last but not least, I have another YouTube channel called Soul Hearken, which is my heart and soul in video form. If you feel called to it, I'd be honored to have you over there as well. With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and wealth. You are honored and loved. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to the Little Flower. My name is Krista, and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. So for today's reading, we are doing a short and simple reading where I'm asking the question, how can you connect to your natural way? How can you connect to nature more deeply? So my intention is for this message to be an energetic transmission that just builds that little bridge between you and nature, you and your innate natural flow and way. So it's only one card today. You chose this beautiful purple loosestrife flower, and your tarot card is the Two of Wands. So the Two of Wands is about planning for the future. Okay, that's interesting, because you'd think like connecting to your natural way is like we're connected to the present moment, but I think you're being called into dreaming about your future. You're being called, here, actually I want to show you the card. There we go. You're being called into, come on, I wanted to stay focused on the card. Okay, there we go. No, it just wants to focus on my face. That's okay. But yeah, you're being called into a dreamy state. That's how you can connect to your natural flow. So you are allowed to dream big for yourself. You are allowed to open up your heart and soul and being to all the energies and frequencies and downloads that want to pour into you right now about what is possible for your future. So you've done the work, you're on the ground, and this is the energy of someone who's laid out a blanket in the middle of a meadow and is staring at the clouds and letting the clouds take shape into whatever form their subconscious allows them to take shape into. And yeah, that dreamy, childlike, you know, like, and even at night too, maybe even looking up at the stars. This is you laying on the ground and looking up into the sky and dreaming and letting the picture unfold before you. You have so much beauty ahead of you. You have things ahead of you that you can't even fathom right now. I think if you've limited yourself, or if over time you've gotten to a point where maybe certain things didn't work out the way you thought, or like you have had times where you've been in these dreamy energies and then you've gotten pulled back down to reality really fast and you've kind of lost your faith a little bit, or your hope in these big things, this is the reminder that those are still possible, and not only possible, but they're like imminent and inevitable, so long as you stay open to them, so long as you still know that those promises that you once felt are still valid and still real, and the texture of them are still part of your being. So parts of them, like maybe the expectations around exactly how they might show up, might have fallen away. But the beautiful thing is that the energy and the essence of that promise, that hope, is still there. And so this is your opportunity to deepen into that and to forge like that path even more strongly right now. So yeah, it's a good time for manifestation. It's a good time for dreaming your biggest dreams, I think. So alrighty, thank you so much, group number 2. This was your message. I'm honored by your presence, and I hope I see you again. Bye. All right, my lovely human. If you'd like to be supported by me more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions that serve as monthly anchor points to keep you grounded and aligned to your most fulfilling and abundant path, along with access to a growing collection of exclusive soulful pick-a-flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of my Little Flower Patreon community. My intention is for this space to be a spiritual lifeline to healing, clarity, and soul alignment. A sacred container that leaves you feeling free and safe to unfold into your most authentic and abundant nature. I've made this accessible at just $8 per month, intentionally so, as the number 8 symbolizes abundance, balance, and unity. If you feel called, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to the Little Flower YouTube channel, as all of these exchanges help not only for my channel growth, but for me to feel connected to the fabric of the community who finds their way into the energetic space I've created. Feel free to browse my single infinite prayer energy healing transmissions, check out my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo and the phrase "Hello, lovely human," and leave me a tip, or in other words, buy me a coffee if you feel called to. I sometimes offer personal readings, so be on the lookout for open slots for those as well. Everything you'll need is listed in the description box below. Last but not least, I have another YouTube channel called Soul Hearken, which is my heart and soul in video form. If you feel called to it, I'd be honored to have you over there as well. With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and wealth. You are honored and loved. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to The Little Flower. My name is Krista, and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. So for your reading today, you chose this lovely purple flower. It is called a purple loosestrife, which you have to look at it from here because it won't focus if I do that, but it's called a purple loosestrife. I really love the name. I mean, it's like lose strife, like letting go, releasing stress, releasing tension kind of energy. So yeah, that's your flower. And then your card is the Knight of Wands. Okay. So here, maybe it will. Yes, it does focus on the Knight of Wands. Okay, awesome. Oh, but okay, we got a lot of flies swarming us right now. Group number 1 had 1 fly bothering me, and now group number 2 had none, and you have like a bunch. But All is well. They're not biting, which is good. Is there a little bit of frustration with a masculine energy in your life? Because I almost like, when I first pulled the card, or just now, I kind of like spaced off for a while, and I heard like someone was mad at the Knight of Wands. It was like, oh, I don't even want to channel this card, the Knight of Wands. I don't even like the Knight of Wands. And it was like he comes in like thinking he can do whatever he wants, and you know, leaving a mess behind him. So it was like that. It was like a frustration with a masculine, like kind of chaotic masculine or reckless masculine energy. Yeah, like a frustration with someone leaving a mess, like a mess of emotions, or a mess of just like a mess behind them. Someone who's unconscious in a way of what they do because they're so reckless and impulsive. It could be a father figure. Basically, the energy that's coming through is the person who's left behind after someone's come in, created a problem, and then just booked it. That's kind of the energy. And what I keep wanting to feel like say to you is like, I'm so sorry that you've had to deal with an energy like this. Like, I'm so sorry that that you trusted someone or something and it left you, some of you, like I heard, in shambles. I don't know if that's for everyone, but that it left you brokenhearted or in shambles, or with a mess to clean up that was never yours to clean up. It's like a feeling of trusting the wrong person, and you didn't deserve it. You didn't deserve it at all. I want to tell you that you're so worthy of honor. You're so worthy of gentle care. You're so worthy of, like, I heard someone bowing down to you, which not in like an unhealthy way. But I did think earlier, randomly, I drove past this woman, and a lot of times I'll like bow to people, like when they're walking on the road and I'm driving, I'll like wave and like bow. And then I thought about like people in Southeast Asia and how they you know, they bow to people, and I just thought that's how we should all greet each other. We should bow to the divinity within one another. And it feels like this person just totally like disregarded your divinity and your goodness and like the potency of who you are, and like just didn't treat it with respect and honor. And you're so worthy of that. So I don't know what to tell you other than you deserve better. And I'm kind of running up, as I'm speaking, I'm running up against a, like, it could be something from childhood, or like a wounding situation, or just something that's ingrained in you, where like until you're really treated the way you're supposed to be treated, you don't, it's like you can't really fathom what that actually feels like. And there's someone coming into your life who is charging in, but who will halt at the sight of your beauty, at the sight of your goodness and the love you have to offer, who will be floored by it, and who will stop what they're doing and honor it with such great love and honor and care, and who will reorient their life in order to be a part of what you have to give, a part of who you are in your essence. And until that comes in, it's like you can't really fully take in how you're meant to be treated until you're actually treated that way. So it's kind of an interesting paradox, because I think a lot of people think you have to find that sense of worthiness within yourself first before you can attract someone in that will treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. But this is a message that no, you don't have to. This person can still come in and recognize and honor parts of you that have been abandoned, or parts of you that have been mistreated, and be like, I can't believe someone ever mistreated the beauty that you are. in the way that they did. I would never do that. And they take great care of that part of you. And that would probably be it will be a really cathartic and healing experience for you to have someone do that for you. And it will teach you how you're meant to be treated from here on out, by the masculine. And so open your heart and spirit up to this type of person coming in that knows how to treat you almost better than you know how to treat yourself, because you've never been given the example of it. And know that can still happen, and that can be, that relationship itself can be the healing mechanism for you to move forward in your life. Even if that energy or that person doesn't stay, you'll have left that person healed. So it's the opposite of this original energy. It's the opposite of coming in and leaving a mess and discarding. It's coming in and showing you who you really are and how you're meant to be treated, and healing you. And I'm not saying this person's walking away, but if this energy doesn't stay, you're going to be left more healed. So trust when someone really is honoring you, even if it feels uncomfortable, like embrace that and let it in, because it's going to heal you at the deepest levels. And you can find healing within relationship. You don't have to be healed first. So I think that's your message, group number 3. So thank you so much for being here. I'm honored by your presence, and I hope I see you in another reading. Bye. Oh, for some reason for your reading, I forgot to tell you that my prompt, it was almost like I let go of my prompt for your reading, but my prompt was, how can you connect more deeply to your natural way, or to nature itself? And in this scenario, I would say that open up to the possibility that other people's presence can actually be healing, and open your spirit up to other people coming in. Just like in nature, how nature is this beautiful, cohesive ecosystem where every being kind of needs the other to thrive. So is the same for humanity. And we need each other to heal and to thrive. And if you can think of it that way, that's just natural, that two people would come together and help one another and heal, even if it's not long term, it's like, that's normal and natural and good. And yeah, just let that in. Be open to it, at least, because I feel like that wants to come in for you. Secondly, the other thing I wanted to say was, I keep saying masculine, but it could be a feminine energy as well. So take it as it resonates for you. So, alrighty, thank you so much. Bye. All right, my lovely human. If you'd like to be supported by me more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions that serve as monthly anchor points to keep you grounded and aligned to your most fulfilling and abundant path, along with access to a growing collection of exclusive soulful pick-a-flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of my Little Flower Patreon community. My intention is for this space to be a spiritual lifeline to healing, clarity, and soul alignment. A sacred container that leaves you feeling free and safe to unfold into your most authentic and abundant nature. I've made this accessible at just $8 per month, intentionally so, as the number 8 symbolizes abundance, balance, and unity. If you feel called, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to the Little Flower YouTube channel, as all of these exchanges help not only for my channel growth, but for me to feel connected to the fabric of the community who finds their way into the energetic space I've created. Feel free to browse my single infinite prayer energy healing transmissions, check out my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo and the phrase, "Hello, lovely human," and leave me a tip, or in other words, buy me a coffee if you feel called to. I sometimes offer personal readings, so be on the lookout for open slots for those as well. Everything you'll need is listed in the description box below. Last but not least, I have another YouTube channel called Soul Hearken, which is my heart and soul in video form. If you feel called to it, I'd be honored to have you over there as well. With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and wealth. You are honored and loved.